got hit in the face with a brick because she wouldn't give a man her number, me and my team just uncovered years of her getting mysteriously injured and then asking for money after. In 2020, she claims she got beat up, garnered almost $5,000. This is taken from her Facebook page, May 2022, claims that she's injured and very subtly, not so subtly, says she needs money for her son's birthday. Literally 1 month later, she's seen asking for money again to fund a research project she's doing. Jump to February 2023, here she is claiming she experienced violence at the hands of a white woman. 1 month later, claiming more hardships and trauma. Fast forward to now, she has garnered $50,000.
So let me clarify this. Are y'all telling us that if you are not related to us, if you are not dating us, if you're not having some sort of physical relationship to us, if you don't find us attractive, if you don't find us polite enough, kind enough, quiet enough, that our lives are not worth protecting? Is that what you're telling us?
Let me give you an example of what can happen to a man that isn't Batman, that isn't Superman, that isn't Spider-Man, that jumps into a situation with a random man trying to save her.
With the girlfriend of the hero who tried to stop an attack on a woman at a Lauderdale Lakes Walmart and was shot and killed.
He was killed for doing that right in front of his own family. She and Bastien witnessed a man beating up a woman inside this Lauderdale Lakes Walmart. No one tried to help the woman out, and Ford says Bastien came to her aid.
When he threw her down and he ran off to go help her, and I pulled him back and I told him to don't go. And he said he'd just go in to help. I had the baby in my hand. I was like, no, please, even if it's for the baby, even if it's for the baby.
So I've been hearing a lot of talk that men aren't protecting women anymore. And that's because men aren't supposed to protect women. A man is supposed to protect a woman. Now, if you want to be strong and independent, and not have a husband there and have a man's protection, be under a man's covering, that is your problem. My husband signed up to protect me, not you. He is not jumping in front of a bullet. He is not putting himself in danger to make sure you are okay, so he could possibly lose his life and leave me alone with the kids. Why don't you pick a husband, get the protection you feel you deserve so badly, and solve your own problem?
Deeper Discussion card game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship, when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
See, as a man, all of us have an innate understanding that if we hit a man, punch a man, choke a man, grab a man, pull a weapon on a man, death can ensue. We take all these things very seriously. But guess who doesn't take these things seriously? Women. Because in most cases, it happens every now and then, but in most cases, women do not lose their lives when they punch, grab, scratch, talk crazy to, jump on, or fight a man. So with that difference being understood, we versus you have a lot more to be concerned about when it comes to grabbing or jumping on a man or punching a man in the face or either yelling at the man. Because when another man sees us doing anything from a violent standpoint, that man is an adversary. See, we don't see women as adversaries. That's why women can say or do whatever they want to do. And, you know, something may happen to her, but most likely she's not going to lose her life. We lose our lives. So going back to what you just said, it makes 0 sense for a man to jump in a situation acting like he's Batman, Superman, or Spider-Man trying to save you. Ladies, let's have a heart-to-heart conversation. Say you're 30, 32, 35. You've been dating or sleeping with men for the last 10 years. Let's just say that. Or a man for the last 10 years. At the age of 30, 35, or whatever age you are, there's no man in your city or your circumference that you can call to be there for you or jump in and fight for you or protect you after dating and being around men and interacting with men intimately for at least 10 to 15 years? Why is it that you need or require a random man walking down the street to come in and protect you?
Are y'all telling us that if you are not related to us, not dating us, if you're not having some sort of physical relationship to us, if you don't find us attractive, if you don't find us polite enough, kind enough, quiet enough, that our lives are not worth protecting? Is that what you're telling us?
Do you understand that part of your biological makeup promotes you to use your beauty, your attractiveness, and your intimacy in order to attract a protector? That is one of the number one reasons why you look the way you look, in order to attract the opposite sex and have a mate. But 10 years or 15 years of interacting with men, none of these men care enough about you to protect you? See, I've said plenty of times, the only women that are worth protecting are married women or women that we already know, that we are close to, or that are in our families. But random women are in no way worth protecting. Why is this? Our women are not necessarily the most trustworthy. There are thousands of scenarios where women would act like they're in trouble, act like something happened to them just for attention. Have you heard of this brick lady that ran around saying somebody hit her with a brick? Are you aware that she made the whole thing up?
The woman in question came out with this fake stage video here, doing all this huffing and gasping.
Basically, I would have given her my number. And all y'all just watch.
Y'all see that? Acting like somebody did her something when no one touched her at all. She literally already had her face like that, wore a mask, and then took it off right before filming this video. The nurse, who claimed that she put that stuff in her own face and had it drained at a clinic.
Do you remember Carly Russell when she ran around saying there was a baby on the side of the road and she got kidnapped by a man? And next thing you know, there was a 2-week manhunt. And guess what? There was no baby. There was no man. So when it comes to protecting random women that have the propensity to either make up a lie for attention or to actually incite violence between two men, it makes no sense that if we don't know you, we have never seen you, to just walk in like Batman, punching people in the face, throwing people all over the place, and rescuing you from whatever it is that you were involved in. But like I said, why is it that after 10 to 15 years of being intimate, interacting, and building friendships with men, how is it that nobody in your life cares enough to come in and protect you when you need it? Married women are the only women that deserves protection that we don't know. Because I didn't say our married women, I said random married women. The reason for this is if a man has married you, there's a very good understanding that that woman is worthy of our protection because a man has looked at her as worthy of his protection. So if a man has deemed a woman worthy of him losing his life for, we see the same thing as a woman that is trustworthy enough for us to potentially lose our lives for, because marriage is the cornerstone of community. If I was to act like Batman to this random woman and then turn around and save her, nobody speaks for her. Random women are not part of our community. So what I suggest you ladies do is stop with all this independent woman mess, sit down somewhere and find yourself a husband, because when we see that ring on your finger, you have all of our protection, not just your husband's. But if you ain't got no ring on your finger, that tells us that you are open to be out here on your own like a stray cat. And we all know if you go in to try to help a stray cat, you're going to get scratched or bit. And we don't want to get bit by you. And we definitely don't want to get bit by the random man that is in your face. So find a husband and you'll get all the protection from all of us that you want.